Hey guys, welcome back to our silent journey. For a podcast called Our Silent Journey, I think silence has always been one of the most important parts of it. It's in the moments between the words, the conversations we rehearse in our heads but never say out loud, the tears we wipe away before anyone notices, the smiles we put on when our hearts are carrying something heavy, the silent battles that so many of us are fighting every single day. As I sat down to record today, I realized this wasn't about finding another story to tell. It was about taking a moment to look back at where this journey began and where I hope it goes from here. Before we go any further, I do want to say I'm sorry. This episode is coming out a little later than I had planned. Life has a funny way of reminding us that even the things we love sometimes have to wait for a moment. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for meeting me here today. When I first hit record on episode 1, I honestly had no idea what this podcast would become. But if I'm being completely honest, I almost didn't start it at all. I kept wondering if anyone would care. I wondered if my story had already been told 1,000 times before. I wondered if opening up about something so personal would leave me feeling exposed. And there were moments where I almost convinced myself to stay quiet. But then I thought about the version of me sitting in a fertility clinic, crying in the car after another appointment, wondering if anyone else in the world felt the way I did. If this podcast could become the thing I wish I'd had back then I knew I had to press record. And looking back now, I'm so grateful that I did. Over this first season, I've shared pieces of my life that I never imagined I'd tell so publicly. You've walked beside me through infertility, the miracle that changed everything. You've been there as I shared what it was like becoming a mom, the struggles of breastfeeding, navigating postpartum, and trying to rediscover myself while raising someone else. You've listened as I sat down with some of the people who mean the most to me. My husband, my sister, Destiny and Tolly. People who trusted me enough to share pieces of their own stories. Looking back now, I realize season 1 became about so much more than infertility. It became about family, resilience, healing, hope, and about learning that even our hardest seasons can become part of someone else's hope. One thing I never expected was how much telling my story would change me. When I first started this podcast, I thought I was creating it for someone else. I hoped maybe another woman sitting in an infertility clinic, or another new mom feeling overwhelmed, would hear my story and realize she wasn't alone. And while I still hope that's true, somewhere along the way, something unexpected happened. I started healing too. Every time I sat in front of this microphone, I wasn't just remembering what happened. I was finally giving myself permission to process it. There were moments I laughed, moments I cried, moments I had to stop recording because the emotions were still so real. But every episode reminded me, healing isn't about pretending something didn't hurt. Healing is allowing yourself to acknowledge that it did, and choosing to keep moving forward anyway. One thing this journey has also taught me is that healing doesn't happen all at once. I used to think healing meant reaching the finish line, getting the positive pregnancy test, bringing my daughter home, finally becoming the person I'd always dreamed of being. But life has a way of reminding us that every answered prayer brings a new season. And every new season comes with new joys, new lessons, and yes, new challenges. I've learned that healing isn't a destination. It's something we choose over and over again. And sometimes healing looks like celebrating. It looks like crying. It looks like asking for help. And sometimes it looks like finally telling your story. Becoming a mom didn't erase the woman I used to be. It introduced me to a new version of myself. One that's still learning, still growing, still making mistakes, still trying to figure it all out. And I think that's okay. Because none of us are meant to have all the answers. We're simply meant to keep growing. You know, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want every episode to feel genuine, every conversation to have purpose, every story to honor the people who trusted me enough to share it. Sometimes that means I overthink. Sometimes it means I rewrite things more times than I'd like to admit. But I think that's because stories are precious. They're pieces of people's lives, and I never want to take that responsibility lightly. after today, our silent journey is going to take a short break as we officially wrap up season 1. Over the next few months, I'll be spending time behind the scenes, resting, planning, researching, and preparing for what's next. I want to continue learning about topics that deserve more awareness. I want to have deeper conversations. I want to keep creating a place where people feel seen, heard, and understood. My dream has always been for this podcast to become a place where people feel safe. A place where someone can press play and realize I'm not the only one. And maybe when the time feels right, they'll feel comfortable sharing their story too. We all have a story. Some are easy to tell, and some are still too painful to put into words. If one day you decide you're ready, I'd be honored to listen, because every story matters. If someone asked me what I hope people remember from season 1, it wouldn't be how many episodes there were. It wouldn't be the numbers or the downloads or anything like that. I hope they remember how it made them feel. I hope they remember feeling understood. I hope that for 20 or 30 minutes each week, they felt like they were simply sitting down with a friend. And maybe they walked away carrying just a little less weight than they had before they pressed play. At the end of the day, I don't think our stories are meant to be compared. Pain isn't a competition. One person's struggle doesn't make another person's struggle any less real. Whether you're grieving, waiting, healing, searching, or simply trying to become the person you hope to be, your story matters. Your feelings matter. And you deserve to feel heard. I hope our silent journey can always be a place that reminds you of that. Maybe season 1 was about sharing my silent journey. But my hope is that season 2 begins to tell ours. Before I go, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting this little dream of mine. Thank you for spending part of your week with me. Whether you've been here since episode 1 or you just found this podcast, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly hope you have a beautiful rest of your fall. Spend time with the people you love. Take care of yourself. Give yourself grace. And if you're carrying something heavy right now, I hope you remember this. No matter what silent battle you're facing, you don't have to face it alone. I'll see you in November. Until then, thank you for walking this first season with me. I'm Felicia tonight, and I'll talk to you soon.